Before America joined World War II, the Allies were struggling. Great Britain had just elected a new prime minister named Winston Churchill, and things weren't going well for the country. Germany had managed to destroy 11 British destroyer ships in just 10 days.
The British people and their Grecian allies need ships. From America, they will get ships. They need tanks and guns and ammunition and supplies of all kinds. From America, they will get tanks and guns and ammunition and supplies of all kinds.
To help Britain and other allies, President Franklin Roosevelt signed an act to promote the defense of the United States, better known as the Lend-Lease Act, on March 11, 1941. The Lend-Lease Act allowed the United States to authorize aid to any country deemed necessary for the nation's defense. The biggest of the allies were France, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union. This allowed the US government to give war aid and in return receive repayment in kind or property or any other direct or indirect benefit which the president deemed satisfactory. This largely depended on a cash and carry basis. Great Britain was the first to accept aid. However, the war had taken its toll on them thus far. Britain warned the Roosevelt administration that they would soon be unable to pay in cash.
We're grateful for and welcome any help that you can send us. It's going to make a great deal of difference.
Roosevelt suggested a Lend-Lease concept, which is how it got its name, as an alternative to cash for arms. In return for components supplied under Lend-Lease, Britain granted the United States 99-year leases on military and naval bases on British islands in the Caribbean. Britain used these supplies to help withstand the German Blitz, and this allowed them to later help with the battle on Normandy. This allowed the US to delay their entry into the war. They appeased the British government by giving aid, and appeased nationalists that wanted America to stay out by technically staying out of the war.
In 1942, the Roosevelt administration began shipping supplies to the Soviet Union to aid in the battles on the Eastern Front of Europe. These supplies were extremely important in the Battle of Stalingrad, which was a decisive victory for the Eastern Front. In the end, the total amount of aid that the U.S. had provided was well over $50 billion. By the end of the war, America provided aid to nearly 40 nations and was a crucial contribution to the Allies eventually winning. As well as helping the Allies, this also cemented America's commitment to freedom and democracy by helping those in need and helping in freeing the oppressed. Even though the Lend-Lease Act majorly affected the war, we don't see it very much in current society today. However, President Biden signed the Ukraine Democracy Defense Lend-Lease Act of 2022 on May 9th.
I'm signing a bill that provides another important tool in our efforts to support the government of Ukraine and the Ukrainian people.
This law allowed America to aid Ukraine with defense armaments like we did in World War II. Even though the Lend-Lease Act isn't very prominent in today's society, back during World War II, it played a very crucial role in the war.